Shalom. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Let's begin this quick exhortation by first and foremost giving honor, glory, praise to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His name is Yahawah, and his only begotten Son, our Redeemer, our Savior, our big brother. Yes, he is our big brother. He's our King. Yes. At one point, we didn't know that he was our big brother. That's why day in and day out, the moment he wakes us up in the morning, we are extremely glad that he made us Israelite. Because why? We are seeing the downfall of this kingdom. And according to the Holy Scriptures, the word which is Yahawashi, all these nations are going into captivity. And you, the elect, you so-called Latinos, so-called Negroes, are going to be the next rulers in this coming kingdom. That's right, Yahawashi's kingdom. That is why every day, the moment the Lord wakes us up, is an opportunity to give thanks. Yes, it's an opportunity to give thanks. Every day should be a thanksgiving for what the Lord have done for us, Yahawah, through his only begotten Son, Yahawashi. All the sacrifices that he made for us to bring us to the point that we are in right now, as these nations prepare to go to war. The coming calamities, the plagues, the pestilences that the Lord is bringing. It says the events that are about to take place on this planet here has never ever happened before. And he made the promises throughout the whole scriptures that yes, I know it's going to be your trouble. It's going to be Jacob's trouble. But I'm going to protect you. I'm going to keep you. I'm going to guide you through it. The only thing I'm going to ask you for is continue to hold on to this faith. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't be double-minded. Know that I am the power. I said be still. And that's what the Lord is saying. He says, I didn't wake you up. I didn't give you the faith. I didn't pick you up from the foundation or before the foundation of this earth to leave you here. No. He says he's not the author of confusion. No. He gave you this gift, which your grandmother don't have, your father don't have, your sister, your cousin. Nobody has it, but except you. That's right, because it's a gift pursuant to the book of Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. The faith that we have to believe in this gospel, the gospel according to our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi, was only given to the elect. And that's how blessed we are to have this gospel, to have this truth, which is Yahawashi. It says, you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. That is why everybody's losing their mind, running to and fro, putting their hope in the system that is collapsing. But no, you are praying that the Lord will turn the temperature up, because you know that through that hardship, that hard time that we're all about to go through, the tribulation, you have hope. You know that your King is going to step in and deliver you in style. And that's the hope of the elect. Let's give double honors to our head apostles from the great millstone that taught us this truth. And again, salutation, peace to all the brothers out there, day in, day out, making their body a living sacrifice, putting themselves out there, and to do the will of our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. Yes, your work is not in vain. The Lord is going to come through for us big time. Big time. That's why it says, eyes have not seen or ears have not heard what the Lord has prepared for those that love him. See, the reward is coming. Yeah, it's not all gloom and doom. It's not all gloom and doom. It's not all gloom and doom. The elect, we're going to get out of here, Lord willing, in style. And we're going to inherit the entire earth. We're going to inherit the entire earth. Are you listening? And all its resources. No more waking up to the alarm. No more going to these nations for loans. they are going to come to you. Remember the curses from Deuteronomy 28. That's right. And also the blessings. Now you've received the curses. Now you're about to receive the blessings. That's right. Go through the blessings. Read it. It's all in there. You're about to receive those blessings. And we give honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, because we know that we don't deserve it. But again, the Lord, He says, your ways are not my ways. You see, after everything that we've done, we are the one that disobey His laws, the statutes and commandments. He sent us among all these nations to serve Him. And to serve all these nations. All the calamities that He brought upon us. And now, He's about to deliver us. He's about to take us home. Honor, glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, and we're going to get right into it. You see, 6 minutes, and I haven't even bring out one precept yet. But anyhow, let's go to the book of Baruch. And I hope this is just a quick, this is not going to be long. It's not going to be long, and I hope when it's all said and done, the hopeful elect, you so-called Latinos, so-called Negroes, African American, whatever name the oppressor placed upon us, Native American, you are the Israelite, the true people of the book. That's why you are not home yet. Because once you go home, there will be peace on the earth. That's why the ones living on the land right now, as we speak, they are fighting over the land that none of them are going to enjoy. But that has nothing to do with us. We are not concerned about those that are fighting over the land. Our job is to wait on the Lord. He's the one that's going to fight our battle for us. We don't do our own dirty work. We don't need no guns. We don't need no machine guns. We don't need grenades. No. It is the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that fights our battles for us. And we're going to bring it and glorify our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. This is His gospel. Baruch chapter 4, I'm going to be reading from the Good News Translation. I'm going to read a bit here, and then I'm going to jump between here and Deuteronomy 30. It says, wisdom. Baruch chapter 4. Baruch 4, starting from verse 1. It says, wisdom is the book of the Most High's commandments. You hear that? Wisdom, the knowledge. The Lord always told us that the knowledge and wisdom is going to be what? The stability of the time. The wisdom that Yahawashi gives us, you can't compare to any other wisdom. You see, it gives you peace. You know, when everybody's out there protesting, people thinking about who to vote for in the next election, you are sitting in the comfort of your house, waiting on your Lord. Because Yahawashi told you that this is not your kingdom. So if Yahawashi told you that this is not your kingdom, why are you fighting for this kingdom? You ask yourself, you're not fighting, you're not out there protesting, you're not voting. No. He said, use this word, but don't abuse it. We know we have to go among these people and work. And that's where it stopped. You don't have to be hand in hand protesting for what? No. Yahawashi says, if this is my kingdom, my servants will fight. So that's why we don't fight here. When the kingdom to come, our kingdom, the one that the Lord says in the 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, that Esau is the end of this world here. This is Esau's kingdom. The Lord gave him this kingdom. And your kingdom is the next following the one that the Lord is about to destroy, which is Esau, self-proclaimed white man. This is his kingdom. It says, wisdom is the book of the Most High's commandment, the law that will last forever. All who hold on to her will live, but those who abandon her will die. Those are the two tests of our family members. This beautiful gospel that tells you that you are the Lord's favorite, they say, no, we are not the Lord. The Lord loves everybody. No. What's going to happen to the so-called white man? You know, he's my boss. He treats me well. You know, but if you tell them that, no, but he's the one the Lord hates. They'll go, well, no, if the Lord hates them, I'm not an Israelite. I'm black and I'm proud. Okay, those are the two tests. Let them be black and proud. You see, let them. Because this gospel here, this is not something that this is so precious that we don't want to give it to somebody and they're going to be trampled upon it. No, they said, don't cast your pearls before the swine. You see, this is very rare. This gospel, this message is rare, family. It's more than any what is it called? Any precious metals out there, precious stone. No, this you can't be compared to any other thing. That's why we're not going to just give it to everybody. No. When we received this message, we were so excited to share it with our family members. And what did they do? They trample on it. They are more worried about the oppressor. That's what is called our Stockholm syndrome. You have this man beating you, slapping you, pissing on you, doing all type of foul things on you, and then you are worried about him. You forgot that calamity, the torment that he brought upon you. But no, you still worry about your oppressor. That's how far gone our people are. But the elect, the hopeful elect, we're going to trust the process. Eh? We're going to put all our trust in the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And we're going to walk in the path that he has created for us. He said, but those who abandon but those, Baruch chapter 4, reading the Good News translation. It said, but those who abandon her will die. Turn to wisdom, people of Israel, and take hold of her. It says, make your way toward the splendor of her light. Do not surrender our glorious privileges to any other people. How happy we are, people of Israel. We have the advantage of knowing what is pleasing to the Most High. How true is that? We are the only nation that the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, gave the statutes and commandments to. We are the only nation that has wrought his judgment. We are the only nation that he parked on those slave ships and spread across all these nations to serve them, to be slaves. That goes to show you how much he loves us. You see, the average person says, no, that's not love. Look at what he did to us. He punishes. No. He says, whom a father loves, he chastens. If he doesn't love you, that means you are a bastard. That's what the rest of the nations are. They don't have a father. We have a father. And this is what he brought upon us. Because why? We end it. We go above and beyond in wickedness. That's right. Above and beyond in wickedness. We go among these nations. They will show us something wickedly. And family, we will take it and add to it. And then we adopt it. And it becomes our signature. We call it black culture. Yes. Let's go and show our underwear. Every opportunity that we get, we have to be at the corner twerking. That's right. The rest of the nation are just laughing at us. We have to be loud everywhere we go. We have to have the biggest mouth. It's black culture. That's right. Black mean what? Black means what? Void of light. Savage. This is what he has placed upon you. And you adopted it. And you love it. And you are proud to be black. Yeah. No, the elect, we are Israelite. True royalty. And we are doing the best that we can in this vessel. And to turn from our wicked ways. Because at one point, that was us. We have to be at every function. We have to be the loudest. Gang banging. Drugs. You name it. Pimping. We were all into it. We're eating all type of abominable food. And the Lord showed us mercy and brought us to this glorious gospel. Thank the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, for the remnant. See, it said verse 5. It says, verse 5. It says here, take courage, my people. You are the ones who keep Israel's name alive. You hear that? The remnant. You were sold to the Gentile. He says that you were sold to Gentile nations, but not to be destroyed, because you made God angry. He handed you over to your enemies. Let me repeat that again. He said you were sold to the what? To Gentile. That's the rest of the nations. Who did it? The Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. He did it. And yes, we deserve it though. We deserve it. Especially look at the state of Jake right now. They are gone. They are gone. Jake men don't even know whether they want to be a woman or men. Because this is what Esau, self-proclaimed white man, has pushed into our society through what? Our music. Our school, our communities. Hand in hand with the demon. And telling you that a grown man can put a skirt on and a dress on and come to your community and read books to little children. And then you encourage it. Because why? You are trimming your way to seek love. The Lord said, why trimmest thy way to seek love? He said, you were sold to Gentile nations, but not to be destroyed, because you made Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi angry. He handed you over to your enemies. When you offered sacrifices to demons instead of the Most High, you angered the one who made you. You forgot the eternal power who had nourished you as a child. And so you brought grief to Jerusalem, who had been like a mother to you. Eh? This is what we did. And this was our legacy. That's why all these nations have power over us. That is why they can come into our communities and set up businesses and prosper. And when we go to their stores, they look at you with disdain. They started speaking in their languages. And meanwhile, you are spending your money in their stores. This is how low the Lord brought us. And the only people that are going to remember, and the only people that are going to turn from their wicked way and go back to their power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and ask for mercy, are the remnant. That's why this message here is only for the elect. It's not for everybody. Thank the Lord always for the elect, because through the elect, all Israel shall be saved. We're going to be like the sand of the sea. We're going to rule. The nations are going to obey us. They will have no other choice. And that's what we are looking forward to, Lord willing. It says Jerusalem, verse 9, it says Jerusalem saw that the Most High Yahawah was punishing you because he was angry. And she said to all the neighboring cities, look at the great misery that the Most High has brought on me. Look at our land right now. Look at how desolate it is. Look at Gaza, Palestine. Look at all this. Look, Ashdod. Look at the whole land right now. Who are living on the land? A bunch of Gentiles. That's our home. In Jerusalem, when Yahawashi comes, that's going to be the headquarters. Isaiah chapter 2. And it's going to be rebuilt back better. And that's what is coming. The same nation fighting over it right now. That's right. The roles are going to be reversed. You see how they are destroying that land right now? They're going to build it back better. You can bet your house on it. The streets are going to be paved with gold. We're going to be able to see our reflection. It's going to give us a different energy, because we're going to receive, Lord willing, a new bodies. New bodies. We don't know how it's going to function, but guess what? The Lord said we're going to be just like him. Our King Yahawashi, and that's what he said. And we thank the Lord, Yahawah, for giving up Yahawashi to bring us back to the fold. We don't take it for granted. we are extremely, extremely grateful. It says, I saw, verse 10, Baruch chapter 4. Again, I'm reading from the Good News translation. Baruch 4, it says, I saw my sons and daughters taken into captivity. A captivity brought on them by the eternal power. You hear that? You think Esau, Edom, and this nation had the strength to hold us and put chains on us? No, the Lord took away our strength and gave them the power to a point where we were afraid of them. Look at, we are the strongest people. But you see how low the Lord brought us? They were able to park us on those slave ships from one captivity to the other. And look at it. This is the last one. We are about to go home. How beautiful is this story, eh? We never thought the Lord one day will wake us up in the land of our captivity. That's how blessed we are. That's why how grateful and thankful. No matter what happens when we wake up in the morning, and all the stuff that we have to deal with, the stress and everything else that comes with this so-called life, we remember the mercy of our Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's why Apostle Paul reminded us that the current suffering of this world cannot be compared to the glory that the Lord is going to reveal in us. And those words, family, is very, very powerful. It comforts us. It tells us that it doesn't matter the hardship that we are going through right now. It doesn't matter. Your neighbors don't want to talk to you. It doesn't matter. You are the only token among your colleagues at work. When you started walking towards them at the office, they stopped their conversation. No, the Lord said it's okay. That's why I said, whatever is brought upon you, take it cheerfully. Because it says, the current suffering, whatever we are suffering in this world here, cannot be compared to the glory that the Lord is going to reveal in us. And it's going to require patience from our end. But we have to trust the process. Glory is coming. It says here, I saw my sons and daughters taken into captivity. A captivity brought on them by the eternal power. I brought up my children with great delight, but I cried and mourned when they were taken from me. Let no one take pleasure in my suffering now that I am a widow, and so many of my children have been taken from me. They turn away from the Most High's law, and their sins have made me a deserted city. They had no respect for his commandments and would not live by them. They refused to let him guide them in the way of righteousness. Commandment is life. The laws, that law that the Lord gave us, you really sit down and go through them, man. If we were able to keep them, man. But family, that's how the movie was written. We were going to break it. And we were going to break the laws. Because in the vessels that we're in right now, we can't keep it perfectly. So what did the Lord do? He sacrificed Yahawashi for us. But when the King redeemed us this time, the laws, the new body comes with the laws and the statutes and commandments automatically in it. The spirit is going to leave this body here and it's going to get into the tabernacle before we get on the ship. Lord willing, it's going to be like nothing. Family, this event that is about to take place, man, it's going to be celebrated in the kingdom. The Passover, when we were delivered from the land of the north, it's going to be celebrated in the kingdom. You see how Esau celebrates Christmas and Easter and all these wicked holidays? That's right. This coming deliverance, where the Lord Yahawashi is going to get us up in those ships, man, it's going to be something, man. It's going to be something. It says here, they turn away from the Most High's law, and their sins have made me a deserted city. They had no respect for his commandments and would not live by them. They refused to let him guide them in the way of righteousness. Verse 14. Listen to this. And this is very comforting, eh? Like, you know, sometimes it's nice to get a different version of the Bible. You know, I have so many Bible family, I don't even... Some Bible, I haven't even opened them yet. But anyway, that's a whole different topic. It says here, all you neighboring cities, all you neighboring cities, listen to this. All the nations that saw us, you know, that benefited from the slave trade and all those different captivities. Because wherever Israel go, we literally build those nations. Because we are the salt of the earth. You think if you get rid of the so-called Latinos, Negroes, African American, Native Americans, all over the world, you think these societies will survive? They will collapse within a second. Because we are the nations that hold these nations up. We are the apple of the Lord's eyes. We are the salt of this earth. And the Lord is about to restore us once again. But listen to this, verse 14. It says, all you neighboring cities, come. And the Lord is telling all these nations, just come. And consider how the eternal power has sent my children into exile. That's right. Again, it is Yahawashi that pack you on those slave ships. That's right. And the same Yahawah, through his only begotten son, Yahawashi, that's going to deliver us. You see how balanced the Lord is? It says he brought, listen to this. Verse 15, it says he brought against them a nation from far away. A shameless nation that speaks a foreign language and has no respect for the elderly and no pity for children. These people carried off my beloved sons and took away my daughters, and I was left a widow completely alone. That's Jerusalem. Who came after us? The Roman Empire. Esau, Edom. And that was the last captivity. That's right. Judah was besieged by the Romans from 68 to 70 AD. Majority of us fled into the west, in the interior coast of Africa and all over Europe. And then from the west, from the interiors of Africa, we were packed on those slave ships and spread across the four corners of the world. The Lord did that. Yahawah did that to Israel. This is the most beautiful story ever. From the bottom to the top. Living in the ghettos, serving these nations, and now the roles are about to be reversed. When the Lord says Esau, and the first shall be last, the last shall be first, now all makes sense. Esau came out first, Jacob followed. Esau is going to be last, Jacob is going to be first. Man. Family, I hope you've been comforted by these words and through the spirit and power of our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. Let's continue. It says here, verse 17, it says here, my children in exile. Listen to this. The Lord is speaking to you. The Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Family, these are not my words. I'm just a mouthpiece. If you reject this word here, you are not rejecting me. You are rejecting Yahawashi. You see? But the elect are going to accept Yahawashi. They're going to listen because it was given to them before the foundation of the earth. And that's why when the Lord says, my sheep hear my voice. He says, my sheep, they hear my voice. They're not going to hear a stranger's voice. No. Think about that. You've been caring for these sheep for all over the years, and then something happened, you're looking after them, and let's say somebody comes and take down the shepherd. And then another shepherd comes around trying to rally the sheep. No, they're not going to follow. No. But the sheep, they know the voice of their shepherd. That's Yahawashi. Listen to this. Verse 17 said, my children in exile, the Lord is speaking to you, spread among all this nation. It says here, the elect, it says here, I can do nothing to help you. Only the one who brought this punishment upon you can rescue you from your enemies. Go your own way, my children. Live your own life. I am all alone. I am taking off the robes I wore during days of peace, and I have dressed myself like a person in mourning. Jerusalem is mourning right now. That's our home. That's our home. But it's reminding us that what? The same Lord that brought this pain upon us is going to rescue us. And He is going to rescue us. The fact that we have received this message, and this message is already in our heart. You see? That is salvation. That is salvation. That's that. The word is. It says that's what Yahawashi said is somewhere in Luke where it says what? So is the kingdom of heaven is within you, because why? The word is the word. It is the word, family. We are preaching this thing here, and you see the collapse of society. These nations are losing their mind, and the Lord is cutting the time short. Things are expedite. Like wars are, like nations are literally getting ready right now to go after each other. Only by speaking the word. We are not out there with guns. I don't like guns. I mean, that's just my personal thing. I never like guns. You know, I never believe in those things. You know, the Lord gave us the spirit. He gave us the faith. That's our power. The power that we have is the spirit of faith. And you can take that away from us. Because the things that we are telling you that, what? We are telling you that the chariot, the one Esau is calling you a fool, they are the chariot of Israel. The average person will say that, man, these guys are bugged out. You see, these guys are lunatics. Put them on the 10th floor or at some hospital. But that is require faith. Only the remnant, only the elect are going to receive this. Only the elect are going to receive this. It says here, verse 22, it says here. No, verse 21. Did I mess up verse here? Or verse 21 says, take courage, my children, and cry out to the Most High for help. He will rescue you from oppression, from the power of your enemies. I am confident that the eternal power will soon set you free. You hear that? And that is what is coming. No matter what we are going through this hour, today is what? November 9th. Whatever we are going through this hour, headache, just tired of this society, don't want to talk to your family members. You're tired. Everybody's tired. The Lord said, be patient. Just be patient. The glory is coming. The glory is coming. But here, it says here, verse 7 again. No, verse 22. It says, I am confident that the eternal power will soon set you free. The Holy One, your eternal Savior, will make me happy when He shows you mercy. I cried and wailed when you were taken away but the Most High will bring you back and will make me happy forever. Jerusalem. You know, Jerusalem. Jerusalem. I don't know why the book says I should go to Jerusalem. Let me go quickly to I wanted to actually, maybe I should finish with that. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 30. No, it says go to Deuteronomy chapter 30, and the Lord willing, we're going to finish with Psalm 137. Deuteronomy chapter 30, it says here, NLT. It says, in the future, which is coming, Deuteronomy 30, verse 1. In the future, when you experience all these blessings and curses, you hear that? That 40 years with King Solomon and David, that's why we had a peaceful, well, David's time was tumultuous, but the Lord protected us. We won most of our battles. And then King Solomon, we had that 40 year, which was peace, 40-year peace. Those are the blessings. But the curses, the curses, family, when we were rescued from, what is it called? When we were rescued from Egypt, Egypt, when the Lord gave us those what is it called? When we were given the statutes and commandments, and clearly we went off, we didn't keep it, the Lord brought up the curses. But hear what the Lord is saying. This is a future prophecy, okay? Deuteronomy 30 verse 1 says, in the future, when you experience all these blessings and curses I have listed for you, and when you are living among the nations to which the Lord your power has exiled you, remember, the Lord sent you among these nations. Take to heart all these instructions. Let's go through the instruction. Listen to the instruction. Wherever you are under the sun, that's your captivity. You are not home. Because what? You can pay, you have a place, you have an apartment. Thank the Lord, you have an apartment or a room to put your head. No, you are not home. You are still in your captivity until all Israel is gathered. Talking about the remnant. Until Yahawashi gather us, we are still in our captivity. That's why his name means he is the deliverer. Yahawashi is the deliverer. So we are not free yet. The last time I checked, if I want to fly, guess what? I need a passport. I want to drive, I need a driver's license. You see, you are not free. You need birth certificate. When the Lord gets rid of all that, when nobody's going to stop you on the road and ask you for your document, for your vehicle, that's when you know that indeed you are free. Until then, we are not free. You are still in your captivity. You see, the elect know that, but the two-thirds, they think they are free because Esau gives them benefit in this world here. We are not free. We are not free because wherever we are under the sun, that is not our home. Verse 2, it says, if at that time you and your children return to the Lord Yahawah, your power, you hear that? Your power. We don't have any other power but Yahawah, Yahawashi. You hear that? Allah, Buddha, Hindu, all these nations and their gods has nothing to do with us. Whatever is happening in Palestine, all over the world, has nothing to do with us. We know that our power, Yahawah, Yahawashi, is orchestrating all the chaos that is happening around the world. You see? We are royalty. The Lord brought us low to teach us a lesson. That's right. You think in the kingdom, these people are going to be able to make eye contact with us? Have you lost your mind? They're going to bow to you in the kingdom. That is what is coming. But we are waiting. It's Yahawashi that's going to restore us. We are not expecting any glory on this end. No, the kingdom. We will wait. Here, we're supposed to suffer. That's right. We're supposed to suffer on this end here. We're not here to prosper everything goes smoothly. No. That means you are in your heaven. This is Esau's heaven. That's why you are the last to be hired, the first to be fired. That's right. Constantly trying to make ends meet, because this is not your rest. When we get the kingdom, that's right. That's when you're going to have more precious metal, not this fake money that they printed. No. Real value, which is what? Slaves. That's right. Slaves, land, cattle, precious metal. Those are tangible riches. You have friggin' this simple Negroes with dollar bill. No, that's nothing, man. We want slaves. You see how Esau made money off slaves? That's right. The roles are about to be reversed, and that's what we are looking forward to. It says here, if at that time you and your children return to the Lord Yahawah, your power, and if you obey with all your heart and all your soul all the commandments I have given you today, then the Lord Yahawah, your power, will restore you, will restore your fortunes. Are you listening to this? That's when the Lord is going to do what? Restore our fortunes, right? Excuse me. It says here, then the Lord, your power, will restore your fortunes. He will have mercy on you and gather you back from all the nations where he has scattered you. You listen to this? Let me repeat verse 3 again. It says, then the Lord, your power, then the Lord, your power, will restore your fortunes, making you the head and never the tail again. You not walking into all this Korean store, this so-called Japanese store, the Chinese store to go buy things. No. You go there to pick up your weave and they're making fun of you. You're getting to go get your nails done, and then you walk in there and then they're speaking English. One day, as soon as you get there, they started speaking their own language and they say, and then you become their jokes. No. These nations are going to be your servants. That's what's coming in the kingdom of heaven. He said, then the Lord your power will restore your fortunes. He will have mercy on you and gather you back from all the nations where he, the Lord Yahawah, has scattered you. He's the one that gave you into the hands of these nations so that they can have their way with you and turn you into whores and degenerate. That's right. Use you, abuse you, push you wherever they want. That's right. It is the Lord that did that. The Lord did that. It says, even though you are banished to the ends of the earth, and it doesn't matter where the Lord has sent you, as long as you are under the sun, listen to this. Even though you are banished to the ends of the earth, the Lord Yahawah, your power, will gather you from there and bring you back again. That's good. That's the good news. That's why Yahawashi was so fervent. Gave the instruction to the apostles. Go. Matthew 10 says, go to the house, the lost, go to the what? The lost sheep. The lost sheep, the ones that didn't know that they are Israel, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Preach. Tell them the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's the good news. Because I just died. I gave my life for you. Now the Lord Yahawah says, come back in. It's about to, it says, so go give them the good news for me. And then we bring the good news. Your family members look at you like you've lost your mind. It hurts you. And then you go back into the book and then it says, yeah, the Lord made them blind. That's right. It was given to you to accept Yahawashi, But to them, the Lord blinded them. That is why they throw it down. That's why they stomp on it. That's why they are making fun of you. Because the Lord did that. You see how beautiful this gospel is? They didn't get it because what? It was not given to them. It was given to you, the elect. It says here, verse 5, it said, the Lord your power, the Lord your power, and Yahawah, the Lord Yahawah, your power will return you to the land that belonged to your ancestors. And you will possess that land again. Then he will make you even more prosperous and numerous than your ancestors. You hear that? You hear what the Lord is saying? Once we go back to the land, do you know how many babies we're going to be having in the kingdom? These are not my words. Let me repeat it in case somebody missed it. The kingdom of heaven, which is going to be on this planet here, we're going to have land. We're going to have livestock. We're going to have precious metals. We're going to own all the resources under Yahawashi. We're going to have so much money. We're going to have slaves. And here the Lord saying what? And we're going to have children. And he's going to multiply us more than our ancestors. Let me repeat that again. Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 5. These are not my words. The Lord Yahawah, your power, will return you to the land that belonged to your ancestors. Who is returning us there? The Lord. And our King Yahawashi. You see what the nonsense that is going on in the land right now? That's why we are sitting back and just laughing and enjoying the show. Because everybody's fighting over a land that none of them are going to inherit. You see? That's what this good news, that's what it does for you. It gives your mind, it gives you peace. We are not out there protesting, fighting, pro this, pro. No, we are pro Yahawah, pro Yahawashi. It says here, the Lord your power will return you to the land that belonged to your ancestors, and you will possess that land again. Then he will make you even more prosperous and numerous than your ancestors. The Lord your power will change your heart. That's right, with the new body. Remember, your heart meaning your mind. And the hearts of all your descendants, every Israelite, the elect first, and then the ones that are going to be born as newborn baby into the kingdom. They're going to be in their right mind. Because they rejected the Lord on this end. They're going to die on this end. And then the Lord is going to have mercy upon them. They're going to come through our loins. That's right. That's how beautiful the Lord is. It says here, the Lord Yahawah, your power will change your heart and the hearts of all your descendants, so that you will love him with all your heart and soul, and so you may live. But here, verse 7. After the Lord has done all that for us, listen to what the Lord is going to do. Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. The Lord Yahawah, your power, will inflict all these curses. The curses that we went through. Going to this nation for all our wants. Being the butt of every joke. And slavery. Using our babies as alligator bait. All the curses that the Lord brought upon us here. Verse 7. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. Please bear with me. It says here. It said, the Lord your power will inflict these curses on your enemies and on those who hate and persecute you. You can mirror this with what? Jeremiah. Verse 30, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. All they that devour thee shall be devoured. I must well bring it. He said that, but let me repeat this again. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. It said, the Lord your power will inflict all these curses. Not just one curse. All these curses. The one that he brought upon it. That's why it says in Lamentation 4:21 that what? Yes, Esau, Edom, is also going to guzzle down the cup of slavery. That's why it says in the kingdom, we're going to have so much slaves, because all the nation, think about it, from China, Japan, India, the so-called Edomites, the so-called white people, family, they're all going to be our slaves. Do you know what that means, family? You never have to lift a finger. That's what is coming. It said, the Lord your power will inflict all these curses on your enemies and on those who hate and persecute you. So now I mention it, I must well bring it up. Let's go to, where is it? I said what? Jeremiah, right? Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. It says here. It says here. Where is it? But all who devour you, here, will be devoured, and all your enemies will be sent into exile. Remember, the Lord sent us into exile. Our enemies are going to be sent to exile. He says here, all who plunder you will be plundered, and all who attack you will be attacked. Are you listening to this? That's what is coming. That's the good news. That's the good news. But now let's go to let's finish up with the book of Psalm 137. Okay, Psalm 137. Where is it? Psalm 137. I have never read in the NLT, so we're gonna get it NLT. Psalm 137. Let's read it. You guys all know this. You've heard many songs about this precept. It's about the rivers of Babylon. I'm not gonna sing, family. No, I'm not gonna, blow your eardrum. But here, it says here, Psalm 137, the NLT. This is my first time reading in the New Living Translation. It says here, beside the rivers of Babylon, we sat and wept. As we thought of Jerusalem, but that's what we are doing in the land of our captivity. Thinking about not knowing that at one point we were royalty, man. We had our own home. We didn't mingle with these nations. But here we are. We don't have a place to call our home. We are all living among all these nations. And sometimes you don't know even who your neighbors are. That's about to be changed. In the kingdom of heaven, we are all one family. That's what we are looking forward to. The 12 tribes coming together. I remember back home growing up, you see, when I'm cooking, for example, and I run out of salt, you can go next door and grab salt from your neighbor. You know what I mean? The other neighbor that not even not related to me, if we are going off, they can discipline us. There's vice versa. It was just a whole big family. And that time is coming. The water Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's why we don't want to miss that family reunion. All Israel under one roof, under our King Yahawashi. He says he's going to gather us like a hen gather her chicks. You know what I mean? That's what Yahawashi is about to do for us. And thank the Lord for the remnant that are taking heed to this message. He says, we put our harps hanging them on the branches of poplar trees. For our captors demanded a song from us. Our tormentors insisted on a joyful hymn. Sing us one of those songs of Jerusalem. That's right. We've become entertainers for these people. NFL, football, what is it called? Basketball, music. That's all we are good for, entertainers. This is how low the Lord has brought us, man. He said, but how can we sing the songs of the Lord Yahawah while in a pagan land? Look at how far we are from Jerusalem. And we're never supposed to mingle with these nations, because these nations, the laws and statutes are not given to them. They can eat whatever their heart desires. They can eat pork. They can eat shrimp. They can eat lobster. They can eat all type of abominable food. But here they've made it what? Delicacy. That's right. Lobster tail. There's seafood. There's seafood that. Yes. That's how wicked these people are. But the Lord told us not to mingle with them. I gave you statutes and commandments to set you apart from these nations. I believe somewhere in Deuteronomy, even, is it 6 or 7? You see? To set you apart from these nations. To make us holy. It wasn't good enough for us. But we thank the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that why? His anger is not forever. You know, he's cursed, but he also shows mercy. And he's showing the elect, the hopeful elect, mercies in these last days. Let's finish it up. It says here, if I forgot you, verse 5. If I forgot you, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget how to play the harp. May my tongue stick to the roof of my mouth if I fail to remember you, if I don't make Jerusalem my greatest joy. You hear that? And that's our greatest joy. When we go back home, we're going to own the land. It's going to expand. The Lord says it's going to stretch our habitation like the curtain. You think that little line? No. What the Lord is about to do for us, man, I don't think we have room to contain it. I don't think we have room to contain it. It said, may my tongue stick to the roof of my mouth if I fail to remember you, if I don't make Jerusalem my greatest joy. It says, Lord, remember what the Edomites did on the day the armies of Babylon captured Jerusalem. That's right. He said, remember. Oh, the Lord didn't forget Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. What is coming down for him? What Yahawashi about to do to the land of America? Oh, man. Read Isaiah 63:1. That is where the Lord is going to have his sacrifice. His biggest sacrifice is going to be in the land of America. Man, the two tests, if you are living on the land of America and you're not part of the elect, you're going to be fuel for the fire. That's what Yahawashi is bringing. And that time is fast approaching. It says, Lord, remember what the Edomite, the self-proclaimed white man, did on the day the armies of Babylon captured Jerusalem. Destroy it, they yelled. Level it to the ground. That's what Esau did. The Lord remembered that. The Lord remembered that. And it was the same Roman Empire that was in power when Yahawashi showed up. They are the same one that crucified him. That's why he said in the book of Revelation 1:7 that he come with a cloud and all that, and all eyes shall see him, roughly paraphrasing, and including those that pierced him. You think this happened 2,000 years ago? You think somebody's walking around here 2,000 years old? No. The same spirit. It's called reincarnation. That spirit is back in a different body. And that spirit is going to be here in a different body. And the Lord is going to remember. He's going to put in that devil's spirit to remember that time. That's why it says, they that pierced him, the Roman Empire, are still in rulership today. It's called reincarnation. They are back in their lot. That is what is coming. It's going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be beautiful. But let's continue. It says here, verse 7 again. It says, oh, Lord, remember what the Edomites did on the day the armies of Babylon captured Jerusalem. They said, destroy it. They yelled, level it to the ground. Oh, Babylon. Listen to this. Oh, Babylon. You will be destroyed. That's right, America. It is coming. It says, oh, Babylon, you will be destroyed. Happy is the one who pays you back. Oh, we're going to rejoice because the Lord says what? We're going to be up in the chariot. We're going to look down. You're going to see America on fire from the east to the west coast, from the north to the south coast. That's what is coming. It says, happy is the one who takes your babies and smashes them against the rocks. That is what is coming. That's what is coming, man. That's what the Lord said. Vengeance belongs to me. It says in the book of Zephaniah chapter 8. I say verse. Zephaniah is only 3 chapters. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Okay. It says what? It said, wait upon me while I rise up to the prey. He's the one that's going to rise up to Esau, Edom. That's why he's telling you, you don't need no guns. You don't need to buy a bunker and dig to the ground, go and finish it. No. The Lord said, no, I got you. I got you. I brought you this punishment. I sent you among these nations to serve them. But I am the same power, the same Lord. I change not. I am the same one that's about to show you mercy. He says, because I am balanced. As a father, I discipline you. Okay? I gave you into the hands of these nations to work on their plantations. And you know what? Yes. I made sure that you were the last to be hired, the first to be fired. I made sure you barely making hands meet. That's right. But I'm the same power. Now I'm about to bless you beyond your wildest imagination. Before you think of something, it's already going to be there for you. The homes that you want, the lands that you want, the slaves. How many slaves do you want? This is the blessings that the Lord is bringing upon us, Lord willing. And that's the good news. And I will leave it there. Beloved, the elect, I hope this message find you in perfect peace. All praises, honor, glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawah, our heavenly Father. There's no other power like him. And his only begotten Son, our King. That's right. The root and offspring of King David, the bright and morning star, the King of kings, the Lord of lords. Yes. The beginning and the ending, the Alpha and the Omega. That's what it means. The beginning, Alpha is the first letter in the Greek word, and the Omega is what? The last letter in the Greek word. He is both. The first spirit created. That's our King, Yahawashi. To you, the elect, I say shalom again. All praises, honor to our power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawah is his name, and his only begotten Son, our King, the Redeemer of Israel, Yahawashi. Shalom, beloved.